What is up there, guys, and welcome back to the channel as always. Okay, now today I want to go over on a topic that is really important, especially if you're considering investing and if you have some type of debt. So the biggest question today is, should you invest or should you pay off your debt? Because while it may seem that you can gain some pretty good returns on the stock market or any type of investment at that, you also got to consider the debt that you have at the moment also, okay guys? Now I'm not talking about a home mortgage to be exact, but more as like credit cards, car loans, or any different type of loans that you have that seem to have higher interest, okay? So we're gonna break it down like this, okay guys? Now let's take, for example, the stock market. Now on average, the stock market can bring somewhere from 7 to 10% around there. So maybe you'll get 8, maybe you'll get 9, who knows? Now while that may seem like a good return, and let's say you have a car loan, and your car loan may be, I don't know, 5%, 4% around there, you might be thinking, well, that's almost a 4 to 5% difference, so it only makes sense to invest, right? Well, you also got to factor in inflation, guys. And I think that's where most people get confused here, is that they see this high return from either the stock market, real estate, or wherever, and they see their car loan that's maybe 6%, 5% or something like that, but they don't factor in inflation. Now when you add inflation, which is around maybe 2 to 3% per year, you're adding basically another 2 to 3% on top of that loan. So if the APR on your car is 5%, for example, and inflation's another, what, 3%? That's already at 8%, guys. And if you're in the stock market maybe making 8, 9%, you're hardly breaking even. Now obviously, if you owe loans on a credit card which range up from 19 to 24% around there, then it is in your best interest to take care of those first, because it is unlikely that you are not going to receive any type of major gains like that anywhere else. Even if you do the best at stock markets, for example, at 10%, I mean, if you have a credit card that's at 22%, you're already losing a 12% difference regardless of how much you're making from the stock market. Those credit cards are going to be killing your gains, okay? Now, it's really important, guys, that before you even consider investing in almost anything, honestly, that you take care of those high APRs, okay? You don't want to invest if you're owing more than 8 to, I don't know, 20% or whatever it may be. Because again, it's just killing your gains. And with inflation added on there, you're losing even more than what you think you're gaining. So for this answer, should you invest or pay off debt? Then it only makes more sense to pay off the debt first, okay guys? Now let's say, for example, you have a car loan or something like that, and it's at a 2% APR. Well, if you add the 3% from inflation, assuming it's, you know, the maximum inflation rate, well, 2 plus 3 is going to equal 5%. So now at 5%, then maybe you can start considering, you know, investing instead of paying off some of the debt. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't knock down some of your debt. If you owe debt, then it's good to knock it out also, okay? But if you are considering investing and you have a maximum of 5% APR, or even 4% if inflation is only 2%, because your car is 2%, so 2 plus 2 is going to be 4%. Even if it's in the stock market and you're making the lowest returns, which is like maybe 7%, you're still gaining a good 3% difference, because 4 minus 7 is obviously 3. So you're still getting a 3% profit gain no matter what. Now do keep in mind, guys, nothing is guaranteed no matter whatsoever when it comes to returns. For all we know, a stock market crash could happen right now and it will just blow away your gains right there. So don't just assume that you're going to get 7 to 10% automatically, okay? There's a lot of things to take into consideration, so make sure you do the proper research before getting into something of that sort, of, right? So like I said again, now in this type of example where you're getting a 3% difference, then it could make more sense to start investing, right? Because if you gain 10%, now you're getting at least maybe 5 to 6% profit margin. So at that point, it really does make more sense to start investing. Unless you want to take care of the debt completely, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay guys? Because the more you pay it off, the less interest you're going to pay, and the more money you're going to have in your pocket at the end of the day to invest with. But again, guys, do your own research, know what you're getting yourself into. Don't assume you're going to gain a certain return on any type of investment, whether it be stocks, real estate, or a business. If it makes more sense to you to pay off the debt first, then by all means, you know, go for it. Knock out that debt and clear up some free capital for yourself. So at the end of the day, guys, it's really just going to depend all entirely on you if you want to invest your money or pay off debt. Again, it's going to depend on what type of debt you're talking about here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, in my opinion, anything that's above 4%, guys, knock out your debt first, honestly. Because if you put 5% on a normal loan, and then you add inflation on top of that, you're barely going to be breaking even while investing, okay? And anything lower than 4% or 4%, then maybe you can consider investing. And hopefully you do start considering investing, because it's really important to start investing your money, guys. And I'm going to make a separate video on why it is super important to start investing your money instead of just letting your money sit there. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give this video a like. Leave me a comment down in the section below, guys. Let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's better to pay off your debt completely, or you think it's good to start investing while paying low debt? Let me honestly know what you guys think below, alright guys? I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on this type of topic. And who knows, maybe your comment might help someone else out, alright? So be sure to leave a comment down below. And as always, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe also so you stay updated on more videos exactly like this, alright guys? So anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.